Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Monday Night Smoke.
All right. Yo,
Come
my
on,
bro,
bruv.
what's going on? It's fight week.
Come on, bro. We're here, bro. Battle of the South, fam. Battle of the South.
Battle of the South, bro. Listen, this is it, bro. This is where, like, right now, separation time. We've been talking about Buatsi. We've been talking about Azeez. We've been saying, again, we were sad that this fight got cancelled last time. Now, it's like, Buatsi can prove that, listen, I beat, he probably can say, listen, I beat Craig, I beat Dan. I'm really the man of this light, heavy discussion. You lot talk about me correct. You, man, you see, look at the facial expression. This is someone that is mad with everyone. He's mad with the world, bro. Again, a lot of people, they played. I'm not saying I'm jumping back on this train because I'm still with Azeez. I'm just letting you know what he's fighting for. He's fighting to prove enough's enough. I want my damn respect. I need you lot. If you talk about yard and that, remember, I've won my battles. That's what he wants to say. That's the feeling I'm getting. When I see him in interviews or anywhere, I see someone that's saying, this light heavy stuff has been disrespectful and I've come in to take what's mine. I can tell you what Dan is saying, but I don't know if you want to welcome the people to the house.
That's exactly what I want to do. Let me greet all the great defeaters, man. Bruv, Stay Blessed, Be Real has done it again, fam. He's even done a speech. He's even done a post-fight speech. He's done it again. He said, after this, I'll be hanging up my gloves. I've had a great career. All the best to the next up. Bro, he's taking it. Man said, I want 2 weeks undisputed. After that, you, man, fight amongst yourselves. Shouts out to Stay Blessed, Be Real. Man like T, the villain, Ahija Selassie. Man like Mulla, Skyliner, the editor, Tony Pugilist, Philip Answer, Jonah 3-1, Joseph Frimpong, Ellis Palmer, Tyler MF Durden, man like J Webb, Bigsy Biggs, Unavid, Deej Davis, man like Dirty Bags, North Bank, Bread Mark, E Star Fox, WR45, Kayoshi, Reese Cooper, Untraceable, Alexander Sankey, Thomas J Ridley, The Punch Drunker, Thomas Doon, Jay Lanks, Disgruntled Buddha, Oz O, man like Mark, Fight Fan TV, Corn. We're all here, bro. We're all here.
Let's go.
Big up to everybody. Guys, remember to hit the like button, please. Smash the like button ASAP, man. We always kind of go through this, and then halfway through the pod, we've got to stop the show. We can't have that this week, bro. There's too many important things to discuss. It's a battle of the South, fam. Battle of the South is really on, fam.
Bro, as people that are from South, this one touches our heart differently.
It's a very personal battle right now.
This one's a very personal battle.
Now you got to divide South up into the little regions.
Yeah, that
and Dan, me and Dan are from the same. We're from the same region, fam. It's very blue. It's very blue. So you know what I'm saying? That's hometown.
Yeah, I want to say, look, like, go on.
That's a hometown. That's a hometown fighter right there for me, fam.
I'll tell you what Azeez is fighting for, because while I've done the Buatsi thing and he's fighting for respect, he's fighting for what do you call it? Yeah? Azeez, is fighting for those that have done it the hard way. And Buatsi will be pissed off with me even saying such a statement, because what, you think I just went through GB and it was easy? That's, like, he doesn't like that silver spoon talk, but let's have it right. No one cared about what Azeez was doing. When he was in classrooms, banging on the school table, talking to Andre Sterling.
Exactly. What do you mean?
There was one camera in the room. When there was one camera in the room, they couldn't change the camera view, fam. There was one in the room just to say if he was banging on the table, that's the only view he had of it, fam. Right now, he's finally worked his way up, bro. Worked his way up to boxer. And one thing we did hear, because one thing we have heard is we're fighting for everything. You know, when we spoke to him on in the last call, he said, I'm not foolish. This is boxer. We got 2 light heavies. They need to decide who's the one getting forward. Who's the one to put the money into? We already know they're not making the greatest decision, that boxer. So already, if you're a loser, only God help you.
Man, every fight is the semifinals. Every fight is the semifinals. Simple and plain.
It's the semifinals.
No, 2 legs. It's not even 2 legs. It's not even a 2-leg game. Penalties,
bro. This fight is everything. It means a lot. And again, friendship aside, bro. Let's have it right. These guys are friends, but you've ruffled my feathers. I'm always like, this is not fake. Before, yeah, when you said, these two are doing friendship, you've got my nerves.
Yeah.
You've got my nerves. Yeah. Don't get twisted. There will be a hug at the end of the fight. It depends on who wins, for me, to be honest. What that hug looks like.
There might be a hug, but it depends how the fight goes, fam. Because if it gets into the trenches, like where, faces are covered in blood, I don't know that it's a definite hug. It might be a little.
No, there'll be a hug. Because there's respect. There'll be a hug definitely at the end of the fight. But it depends who wins. If, let's say, if it goes the way, like, a lot of people might see it, because I think a lot of people are saying, if Buatsi wins, I think there'll definitely be a hug at the end of the fight. But if Buatsi loses, he's got to deal with a lot of emotion in the ring. He's got to deal with a lot of emotion of people saying you are not the guy and prove to us you're the guy. And the one time you had to prove, you one time you had the test, it's not like it's a test of the bad guys that we all been speaking about, the ones that Craig are going against, the Bivels and Petervievs. This is the test against this level. So what we saying about you, bro? Anyway, the floor is yours.
It's interesting. In this one, like, I back down Azeez. I backed Dan Azeez in this one. I think I have from a long way back. I'm like, look, man, Dan Azeez is active. He's progressed fight by fight by fight. And as we see in boxing these days, activity counts for a lot. It counts for a lot more than people want to give it credit. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can talk about somebody, how good somebody is, but if they have been inactive and they're completely off form, bruv, it is what it is at that point. So for me, I look at what Dan Azeez has done. He's done everything the right way. He's done everything the right way. He poses different threats to Buatsi style-wise.
You've been called out. You've been called out. Fans are funny. They did this when Richards and with Richards and said Buatsi would lose, no logic or reason. Then he's saying, look, you said the same thing last time. Saying, bro,
these are different fighters. These are different fighters. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. It is what it is, bro. Sunday morning, we've all got to come and see the truth. So regardless of what you might assuming based on last time, what does a Dan Azeez fight have to do with a Craig Richards fight? Tell me that.
That was for me. What the hell?
He said it's for you. He's trying to say it's for me. I'm saying, what does a Dan Azeez fight have to do with a Craig Richards fight? Dan Azeez is going to show up and he's going to do his job.
Yeah.
He's going to show up and he's going to do his job. He's going to be a very difficult brother in there. He's going to push you and make you work for every second of the round. Buatsi don't like to fight for every second of the round. So unless Buatsi's changed from last fight to this one, we'll see what goes on. But I back Azeez in this one.
I'm not going to lie, man. I feel like, I feel like Buatsi's the superior fighter. I'm just praying and hoping that Thingy wins. Honestly. That's honestly how I feel. I feel like Buatsi's the better fighter. I think Buatsi can beat Yard, so how can I not think that? I think Buatsi's the superior fighter. However, I want Dan to win. It's not even like I hope that makes sense to the people listening, but that's how I honestly see it. If Dan wins, I'll be like, wow, Dan has done every preparation that he's needed to do to take this one. Like, I'll be happy for him. I'll honestly be happy for him. He's shown a lot of love. And then for people that are confused and saying, "Bro, why are you choosing?" I'm saying, well, it's the love that he's shown in it. You know what I mean? He showed a lot of love to the pod. He's a one call away. Let's go. Do you know what I mean? End of the day, if I have to choose, Trav, if you're fighting anyone, I'm backing you every single time. I speak to you more. Simple as that.
That's crazy.
That's it. No, that's simple. I speak to you more. It's not even a pick 'em. It's not a pick 'em. No.
But so let's break stuff down, yeah? You said that Buatsi is superior to Dan Azeez. Elaborate on that, bro.
I'm talking about in the fights that I've seen. Obviously, Dan gets into wars and it's his style, in it. But then there's some wars I don't see he should be having. And now in this one, I'm saying that because of the wars I've seen him have in the past with fighters that I don't even believe are of that level, I'm saying that's why he can't afford to get into that type of war with Buatsi. It's too hard. He's too dangerous. If you go back, look at some of Dan's fights where you're like, bro, Dan, like, you got to move more. You can't be getting hit the way you're getting hit. Like, I don't like.
You reckon Buatsi moves and doesn't get hit the way he's supposed to? He shouldn't be getting hit.
I'm saying that he can't afford to let Buatsi land those kind of shots on him. Is what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's a step up in opponent in power. You can't afford to take those shots. That's what I'm saying. I don't feel like that's a it's a too mad of a take. I think it's just from watching. I'm a big fan of Dan, and I'm like, raw, like sometimes, and I know he does it.
You know, but you know what I'd say? I think he has to take it to him. I think he has to take it to him. I think he's got to absolutely go straight at Buatsi in this fight. Do you know what I mean? I hear what you're saying, but when Azeez is on the inside, Azeez makes you work, bro. Do you understand? He keeps on hitting you. Like, I know some people have a view of Buatsi, of this all-out war brawler, and you can't get hit by Buatsi. And I'm like, yeah, no, Buatsi's powerful. Don't get me messed up. But Buatsi in that last fight versus the Buatsi that people got in their minds, it's not the same Buatsi. So we don't even know how Buatsi's going to come out. That extra work with Virgil, we don't know what that work is looking like. For me, I've always poked at that work. I've always poked at that matchup and thought, you men are not the best. You're not the best match for me. Do you understand? So that's why I'm looking at that and I'm like, bruv, and people can't forget the fact that people talk about like, the reason why I say make Buatsi fight for every second of the round. Bro, this guy takes breaks. He takes breaks worse than Eubank Jr., fam. He takes breaks in there. Bro, there's one round in there with my man Richards, and he was just there, wouldn't even move his head. It was something confusing for Richards. He was hitting him with the jab like, you're not going to react. No. My man, bro, I'm telling you, if Azeez is on his game stamina-wise and he's prepared to make him work, bro, I'm telling you, people are going to be very surprised.
We can't forget that, but it's still the same person that beat Richards, though. We can't forget that. No matter how we want to, like, those plaudits don't go nowhere. Richards is a sound fighter, quality fighter. He won that fight. You know what I mean? And that's what he's what Dan Azeez is climbing the mountain. Even if he maybe not call it a mountain, maybe call it a hill, whatever you want to call it, he's going up. He's taking a step up. This is a step that if the reason why this fight, he's meant to win this fight.
The reason why I don't. Yeah, I know. I'm not shooting down the things you're saying. I'm just adding more to the conversation. Yeah? Yes. Reason why I don't have Azeez and Richards as this direct. I don't just put them side by side in regards to what the fight is going to look like. Because one, just about won against Richards. It wasn't like he just won and we went to the judges and we just knew who was going to win. So let's get that off your mind. And we know with Richards has this thing annoyingly where he doesn't go for it. Like he fights at a certain pace and he kind of just stays within himself just that bit too much. He did it against Bivol.
In the early rounds. In the
early rounds, he'll just not do enough. Like in his mind, he's probably got a count of some type of scoring in his mind where he's like, yeah, that's enough for that round. And he won't give it. But when he stuck it on Buatsi, bruv, he had him wobbled, fam. So let's not rewrite that fight to be like, he beat Richards. And Richard, no, it doesn't work like that.
Today, all I'm saying is that fight is his hand was raised because he even if you wanted to score it, most people were scoring it as look, he won that fight. Yes, there was Richards, and I'm saying that Richards was good.
A tough fight to score.
Richards, I still have Richards beating a lot of the light heavies in the division anyway. But I'm saying that's why I'm putting basically respect on Richards' name to say Richards is a very good fighter. Bivol told us himself. Bivol told us himself, and Buatsi managed to get the win against him. So when you talk about superior, what we're saying is that in terms of who he's for, he's had the more superior opponent. Now this is another one this is another challenge for him. Like my thing is, I want to be surprised in this one. I'd like to finish the fight and say, "Raw, Dan, he did that one." I would like that, honestly. But my thing is,
the only thing that irks me is that whenever I speak about Buatsi and they refer to what Buatsi is and what Buatsi might do, I'm like, you lot are not allowing your perception to evolve, fam. It's like what I was guilty of when I was talking about what AJ is gonna do to Usyk. He's gonna go in there and do all the things that he's not showed that he's trying to do no more, fam. Do you know what I mean? It's only now that we've seen that AJ come back that we recognize Buatsi is not going in there and putting hands on man. Bro, that last fight, what's the guy's name? Was it Sapien? Did you see that? Did you see his last fight? Do you remember it?
The last one, I watched Buatsi's last fight, but I can't remember. I haven't watched it recently.
The hesitancy, bro. It wasn't a Buatsi that you recognize, fam.
Yeah. No, people. Is that the one when people booed? Is that the one when they booed in the crowd? Or there was people who went home or something? There was one where I can't remember. It was
Stepian's Skyliner just in the chat. Bro, man was on some very different energy. This weren't your Buatsi that you're talking about, fam. So that's why I'm just like, hey, listen.
This fight will take a different, and it's hard to use fights. Like, for instance, even like when you talk about like using this fight, Munguia and Ryder, fights just look different. Like what Canelo wasn't able to do, somehow Munguia's done it, like dropped it bare times. You know what I mean? It'll just take a different, like, it'll just be different. I don't like, while I feel like there's so much in the build-up, in things that were said, because remember, I feel like Buatsi's saying, you lot are blaming me for this fight not happening, and it's your fault. And there's something getting on.
That's interesting. That is very interesting. Yeah,
there's something going on. It's just the energy in this fight feels like.
Let's open up the lines. The link is in the chat now, guys. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. Yeah, I hear you. I know what you're saying. It could bring out something different, but also it might not, bro. If he decides to box the orders, bruv, is what it is, fam. Virgil is.
This fight is gonna be wicked. And then while people are jumping in, yeah, we need to ask, yeah, is Canelo like? I know I say Canelo can retire, like you can just chill.
I don't know why you say that.
Do you reckon he should go and he should see Munguia just because?
It's either Munguia or Benavidez, fam. And the thing is,
he cut after that.
I want to hear what people have to say, yeah, because Canelo put out his potential slate for what it might look like, you know, for this year, and it's looking very Charlo and Crawfordish, fam. So on one hand, Jamal Charlo,
yeah,
Terence Crawford. That's looking like he's going to be those two guys next.
Oh, he's just doing the Infinity Stone thing.
So is that him? Is that him basically saying, look, I'm not seeing those guys. I'm not seeing none of you. I'm just going to do little side missions. Because Jamal Charlo,
that's a mad
how does that fight get? Listen, let's open the lines, fam.
The lines are open, man. Let's start with Danny. I need to see what Danny's saying about this.
Yeah, this is balance up the thing, fam.
Light heavy.
Danny.
Danny.
Well, first of all, congratulations, Trav, on your show the other day. I know I got left outside. I had to walk away. Yeah.
My phone was blown up, bro.
It's got in.
Me and my wife, had to. Yeah.
Oh, not the missus.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Even the missus, like, I swear, you know these lot though. I swear you know these. You know the ones when it looks nasty.
It's like, can't you just text him? No, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, I look so uncertain. But yeah,
bro, that won't happen twice, fam. That won't happen twice.
Again,
I'll
bro.
make sure. Sorry, bro.
Again, that is mad. What we're just hearing right now. That's
I know.
Yeah.
But no, thank you for the support, though, bro.
But big ups though, well done, guys. But so regarding what was the question about Dan Azeez, yeah?
I'm not gonna lie to you. You missed my good news, fam. You bigged up Travis. I had good news as well.
No, I saw yours as well, but yours is coming, innit?
You didn't say it on the just so the people watching, so they wouldn't be aware.
Oh no, KG.
Yeah. Don't listen to me. Go on, move on, bro. Curry.
Yeah. So I'm picking Dan Azeez on points. The reason being, I think the work rate, as Trav said, when Buatsi takes them breaks, Dan will keep working, plugging away. I don't think Dan has the power to actually hurt Buatsi, but the work rate alone, because even when you think about that Kalic guy, yeah, people talk about, oh, he done his eye or whatever, but if you actually look at how he was winning the rounds, he was using work rate on Buatsi, and that's how he was catching him a lot. And Dan has these funny type of shots where he does this kind of jack in the box jab and these funny kind of angles. So I think, and Buatsi's not the hardest to hit.
There you go. You're talking about that gazelle punch that he does. There's like a haggler shot, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a funny. He has some funny shots in the overhand right. And Buatsi, because he leans on his front foot a lot because he's he tries to load up. So I think he's just going to be there and he's going to be getting tagged. And when he takes them breathers, Dan's going to work him to the body. And I think he'll just win. I think he'll win on points.
Do you think he'll have his own? What you reckon? He'll have to fight pretty much his own way. Then you don't see. What do you see Buatsi bringing to him?
No, it won't be completely his own way. Obviously, Buatsi. I think Buatsi, because he's stuck in that thing where he's trying to box. He's going to try and box with Dan, and he's going to realize this not really working, and he's going to go back to Buatsi versus Craig mode where he starts letting off them cannons. So he is going to let off the cannons, and Dan is going to have to absorb something he ain't necessarily had to absorb yet as a pro, because they've been sparring, but they've been using 18 ounce, 16 ounce, so them 10s feel a bit different. So Dan is going to have to, make sure that he's going to make sure his defense is up. He might get dropped in there, but I think overall that he'll come out the victor, in my opinion.
Interesting. I see it as very similar way. I see it a very similar way.
Yeah, it's the battle of South London. It's the battle of West Africa.
He backs him up to the ropes, though. What about if he backs him up to the ropes? How do you reckon that looks?
Who backs who up to the ropes?
If Buatsi's backing up Dan to the ropes and being the forward fighter, pretty much on his chest in this kind of situation, you don't see that fight like that.
He can at times but Dan he puts a high guard up. If you are going to try and back him up, he does box with a high guard in general. So it's going to be Buatsi's going to have to try and break through that guard anyway when he throws them winging hooks, which are kind of quite easy to block. If you're going to try and break the guard, you're going to have to go straight through the middle, the 1-2s, and he don't really throw straight shots like that. He likes to throw the looping shots, the arcing shots. So that's where the problem might lie. But you will have moments where he is unleashing hell. Like, don't think Dan ain't gonna have to go through the ringer because Buatsi ain't a punk. So
it's gonna be a wicked fight, man. Oh man, hey, just to let you know, for people that are unsure, Tyson is preparing for the fight. He's got Otoma in there, so Otoma's the one that's preparing him instead of Opataya. Just in case.
Which one? Carol or Moses?
The young one, Moses.
No, if he had Howard in there,
you're right.
That was
Talk to me about it. Obviously, you're the worst person to ask about this because you don't show Canelo the respect that he deserves. But we saw this Munguia fight. Is your guy handling the Munguia work first of all? Because you've been.
Yeah, no. Listen, that fight. Do you know what? Actually, to physically watch Munguia versus Benavidez will actually be a better fight than Benavidez versus Canelo or Munguia versus Canelo, because I think them two, they're so violent. It's just going to be absolute madness if Munguia and Benavidez fall. That would just be absolute Mexican standoff war. So that would actually be very exciting. But
Canelo has to see them. He has to see one of them, man. I don't like this.
Yeah, of course he does. Absolutely, he has to see them both. He has to see them both. But he has to see Benavidez first, though, because David's been waiting longer. And I think Munguia, he's still got things to work on. He's still a bit green, gets hit a bit too much. I've seen that in not just the Ryder fight, Derenchenko, what was it? A few of his fights, he's quite easy to hit, but he has got a serious chin because, he takes a good shot.
Nick, though, why have I got to fight both of them? I got to fight how? Both.
Bro, why do you just avoid them? Why is Benavidez not someone that you want to fight? Before it was you ain't beat no one, and now Don is just walking through some of these guys. I'm thinking, bro, it's time for
the Benavidez ringer, and then after that, I got to go wake up and fight Munguia as well. Straight after.
What if not both? Then one of them, fam. Then don't hold the belts. Then don't hold the belts. Then.
No, but I think but I have to worry about is Canelo going to do the whole Mexican trick again and shaft out Munguia as well?
Yeah, innit?
Because remember, Munguia is actually born in Tijuana, so he's actually like the full package of Mexican. So is he going to pull that? Yeah, I think the fans ain't going to have that. I think
Canelo saying, "Listen, I don't do Mexican on Mexican crime, fam."
Yeah. Well, he can't now. He can't do all that because the fans are not. The fans seem to really love Munguia. They're really getting behind him. Golden De La Hoya knows how to promote Mexican fighters. That is one demographic he definitely knows how to push.
Yeah, he's got that one down.
Yeah.
Knows what he's doing there.
Yeah, but he has to see one day. I hear that he's going to fight Jamal
Charlo, and then Terence Crawford. For me, I'm just like, bro, Benavidez is, to be like, I hear the Munguia hype, and obviously because of this weekend and that. For me, it's Benavidez. That's the one I want to see. Outside of that, go do your Terence Crawford, Charlo side missions. That's cool. Benavidez is the brother, fam.
All right, listen, Danny, we got to keep it moving, man. Big up yourself. Thanks for coming on, fam. Big up.
Come on, bro.
Good interview as well. Danny done a good interview on with our guy, bro.
Who?
With our Coley. Well, Cody's
yeah, okay, cool. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Them man are
Shouts
doing
out to
good.
Danny, bro. Fight Fan TV, guys, go and subscribe, man.
Yeah, they're doing great things over there, fam. Lineo!
Yo, what's good?
What's going on?
Just out here, man. Where we starting?
It's Buatsi and
Dan
now,
Azeez.
everyone's the last two. Travis is saying Dan Azeez is gonna win. Danny just said Dan Azeez is gonna win. What are you telling me?
Well, I didn't actually say that. I said I back him, and I gave reasons as to how he can win.
For political reasons of being Ghanaian, man can't outwardly back him, but I agree with what Travis said, didn't it? Someone said it. I agree. But I can't say it, but someone said it, innit?
There we go.
I even saw, do you know what? Is the tide turning on Buatsi? Because I saw what's our guy, man? Oh man. Oh, the accountant. We call him the accountant, bro. Oh, Bruce Kai. He's like he wants to see Buatsi lose. Like it was mad. Like he's had enough. I don't know what it is. Are you feeling that way with Buatsi? Because you're getting against your home country, man.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about. Do you know what? And I've said this about Buatsi, and it hurts me to say, but it's true. It's Theo Walcott settings. You're turning into biggest what if. You're turning into are you always going to be seen as the prospect? Because brother, you can't be early 30s prospect. Do you know how nuts that is? How are you still a prospect? And brother,
next gen, Eubank Jr. still wrecks with the next gen thing.
Here's the thing with Eubank Jr. Yeah, he turned the corner in his fight against Smith, his last fight. Because they showed a maturity and a level of balance where it's just like, oh, wow, Bomax actually got Eubank looking like a world beater.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Cool.
Whereas now I feel like Buatsi, unless we see something different, is Walcott settings. You're always going to be the guy where, we thought you could have been this, but what if? And that's one of the worst things is there to be a what if next to your name.
What if what if he does get the win? Is it still Theo Walcott settings for you?
Yes, because you're meant, brother. You know the Olympics that he was in was 2016. That's nearly 7 years ago.
So what's the thing that's gonna settle it for you?
He needs an emphatic win, and then after this, he needs an emphatic win over Yard. That's the only because he remember when he tried to little man Dan before, and it was just like, but right, I'm on this level and you're here. And then what is it? A year or two later, you're on the same level. Like, brother. Is it a lose-lose for Buatsi? Yes, but you put yourself in this lose-lose situation. You have to go in there. Sorry?
They said by not moving on.
Yeah. Because and then your coach made it look worse when they brought up Better Beef's name and he started shucking and jiving. Like, let me not say shucking and jiving, that's crazy. When he started shaking, man heard Better Beef and man's voice started croaking. Like, what's going on?
You trying to get my man killed?
Yeah, like
that's such a crazy response.
Like, don't make me look bad like that. Are you crazy? Even if that's how you feel, don't make me look bad like that. That's nuts.
So wait, if he said you're saying he has to beat Yard, and fight. He has to beat Yard and fight one of the main guys, the Bivals or the what do you call it? But then how you got? But then like him and Yard's record. Is it not quite? Is it not?
Yard is not meant. Listen, anything Yard has done since he started boxing late, he's an overachiever. So all the Yard comparisons.
That's why it's different.
Yard is overachiever.
Okay,
point blank. He shouldn't be as like where he is. Considering
the Olympian that comes in as a hot prospect versus a guy with 10 amateur fights. He's done the absolute outside route. That's why it's different. Azeez is a similar stance. Azeez weren't touted to be anything realistically. You understand? And out of where he's come from, now he's here, face to face with you.
Brother, I'm thinking about like this year. Okoli was in the same Olympics, and as topsy-turvy as Okoli's career has been, he still got a world title in that whole melee. And that whole melee of stuff that Okoli's gone through, he still got a world title.
Yeah.
And you ain't even fought for it yet.
Cordina's same year as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Another world title holder now.
And it looks shaky, man. And I think that's why people have looked at Buatsi.
Didn't he say that there's stuff that's happened in my career and moves that you lot are not aware about, this, that, and the other? He came out trying to speak to
he ain't told us. He ain't told us. So, that's
I don't even think that it's even if it's true, brother. we've seen how Cody's career's played out. We've seen how Cordina's played out. Something has happened with everyone. You're not the only person that something's happened to. Do you get what I'm saying? You are not the only. I get, yeah, Cody's division is weaker, but I'm not even saying that Buatsi should have got a world title by now. But the fact that you haven't fought for it, and the fact that Cordina's had injuries, Lawrence Okoli has had a hell of like legal battles that he's had to go through, and just even him Okoli having to reinvent himself from being the boring clinch fighter, going to McGregor, turning into the guy he did, and then getting a world title. So in all that time, you still haven't evolved. We still look at you as the same guy, just like fresh out of the Olympics.
Just older.
At Theo Walcott settings, this is what I keep on saying, and I'm not saying it to insult him.
KG, you're gonna fight back, bro. Fight back, bro. You're on the ropes. You're getting a lot of shots, fam.
I feel like I'm the only one trying to like.
You ain't even fighting back. So why are you looking at the ref? Stop looking at the ref.
What can I do?
What you have to say? What you have to say?
You ain't even comfortable in your own ends. Yeah, I'm around.
I thought there was going to be some Ghanaians that were going to speak up the things, but they're not even jumping in. Right now, I'm saying that, like, because I want Dan to win, so I can't even. This is the best I'm doing for him right now.
Why did Buatsi even go to boxer? I mean, I could understand you're unhappy with stuff, but what was the plan then once you get there?
What's that? Say that again.
I said Buatsi at boxer hasn't helped his case. What's the plan?
I think it's before he went boxer, because remember the whole thing of like you could have stayed at Matchroom and then fought Bivol after you beat Richards. And obviously I understand there's a whole dispute of he didn't like where things were standing with Eddie Hearn anymore. So it's hard. I'm not going to act like it's so simple for him to just resolve these issues, yeah. But it's like the moves you have made has not made yourself look in the best of light.
Good comment.
And given the fact that you beat Richards, who had a hard fight with Bivol, that's when you should have been calling your shot. And even after the Craig Richards fight, you still weren't like, we weren't hearing you say, yeah, give me that world title shot now. That's all we needed. All we needed was I'm ready. Whoever wants it, I'm the guy. Even after that press conference, just like, yeah, let's go back to the drawing board. But I'm not trying to hear that. You just beat Craig Richards. Are you crazy? Ask for that title shot.
Do you know what my thing is?
But there's more information in the chat. There's more information. Even Base is saying Dr. Vlasov fight as well. Let's not forget that fight was supposed to happen. It just didn't.
Oh, bro.
It just didn't.
Listen, last things I know is I messaged him. I said, bro, we have to sit down and set the record straight. And I'm waiting for that set the record straight meeting to happen, bro. It hasn't happened yet.
It does.
I can't even say, like, imagine I can't do more than I'm seeing, like what you're seeing. I'm still with you guys saying, bro, like, it's not making sense. I don't understand. You put a lot of effort into this game. The Olympics, you didn't get there. You weren't cherry picked. You got there on talent, and now all of a sudden these people caught up with you. But then if you win these certain fights, the people still have to talk about your name properly. That's the one thing we can't deny. If it's a big performance, because no one's saying, a lot of people thinking, well, he takes rounds off, he does this. There's quite a few negative things to say about how Buatsi moves in a fight. If it's a clear victory, then it is what it is, isn't it? Then it's like,
and you know what it is, especially when you invited him to speak here. Before, he had an aura around him where it was just like, do you know what? Because you're the guy, you don't have to speak, brother. It's 2024 now. We're not trying to do all that, like, let me act silent and, do the whole thing of, no, I don't need to do this, that, and the third. It's like, no, you can't do that no more.
Even Crawford's
like, yeah, like, brother, a second Olympic cycle is on the horizon, brother. You can't keep on being let me be silent.
And if you are going to be on the silent thing, you need to be fighting all the time.
You need to be a killer.
The hell out.
It doesn't work. The silent thing, you actually have to talk.
You have to be better, Beav.
That's what I'm saying. Silent, but KOs and regular as well. Like people act like the marketing thing is not a big thing. Like Life of Bodger says, if a guy tells you he's not interested in talking, why are people still crying about marketing? Because it's important and it's a business and it's a business you're operating in. Either that or go just be a regular, go do a regular job, fam. The fact is, you want people to tune into your fights. You want to one day be a pay-per-view fighter that man tune into and pay. This is the world we're in now. Play ball or complain. And he does complain. So
and no one's asking him, no one's even asking him to like be a coon on that. No one's asking him to move funny, or no one's asking him to be dumb. We're just saying, yo, show a little personality. That's it. And you can do it on your own terms. In the media space that is things are in now, yeah. When you got like Undefeated, and you got other spaces where it's like, you know, you can go there and have your fair talk, and no one's gonna bend your word. You don't have to go to the Daily Mail and that. You're still not even choosing to do that. Even Lawrence, yeah. Even when Lawrence didn't look good, yeah. I swear, my man still came to you guys and spoke.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Bro, same with Tunde Ajayi. When Tunde Ajayi had the heat on his back after the first Kovalev fight.
He still spoke.
Come sit down, fam. Chris Congo.
No one's
check out the Chris Congo interview as well, guys. That's how
come on. Hey, do them numbers up, man. But even like, I like that Chris Congo interview because it showed a side to him that it's like people were interested in when he started speaking about his background and everything. That was good. And he didn't have to, you guys weren't asking him to do dumbness. You guys weren't trying to twist his words on that. It's like, no, you asked him questions, you set up for him, he spoke, ain't nothing that could be misconstrued. So it's like, stop acting like there's not outlets out there for you to say your part on your terms.
That's real. That's real. You know what? I defend, bro. I stand with that message, fam. I want to clip this one and send it directly to him, fam. No, but
let him know from a GH guy as well. But sorry, go on.
Yeah, quickly on this Munguia, Canelo.
It's a dark. It is if he does not face Benavidez in these last two fights in his deal, yeah, that is a duck. And I rarely use that term, but the way he's been avoiding Benavidez, the thing is, yeah, before it was like maybe a year ago when Benavidez was calling for it, and rightfully so, everyone was just like, nah, Ruba, you lost your chance, like fight for it. And he done that. He beat Plant, who was a top contender and a title holder, and he beat Andrade, that was the right was the title contender. Like, he shouldn't have to do any more after this. After this is like, that was when maybe, and I get Benavidez part as well, because it's just like, I can't keep on asking for this fight, and now I look like I'm begging. If you got man begging, and then you're still making me chase the carrot, I'm not doing it. So I understand why Benavidez right now is not even asking for Canelo, because it's just like, brother, I want that fight, so stop acting like I don't want that fight. Like, you're making me look bad, even though I want that fight. And Canelo is just like, for me, you gotta get it back in blood, because you're seeing these other Mexican legends saying Benavidez is the guy. Brother, get it back in blood. If you're the number one, get it back in blood and let them know that I'm number one.
It's real.
Absolutely. Listen, great call, Lenio. Big up yourself. Stay blessed, man. Thanks a lot,
man. Come on, man. Big up, bro.
All right, before we bring on Ellis, let me bring Eddie, fam. Let's go. Oh no, that's not Eddie.
What's going on, bro?
What's happening, people? What's happening?
Obviously,
long time.
Big bro to come and do with KG, fam.
I like the way the big bro's in here, and he's got
my twin. The twin is my twin. What's happening? Listen, last time we spoke. Do you remember last time we spoke? Last time we spoke was just before the 23rd of December when I gave my predictions. Remember that?
What was your predictions now? Let's see how right you were, bro.
No. Let's just revisit that very quickly. Yeah. Wilder. What did I say would happen?
I'm not even
gonna. You see, the funny thing is that you shot it. No, you have to watch it back. You shot it down, didn't you? You shot it down. Both of you shot it down. Yeah. Tell me some more nonsense. Remember that?
Wait. I need to.
Okay. So let me just rest that one there.
Hold on. Did you say that? I felt like you said Wallin would win, fam.
Okay, I'm not talking about Wallin. I said, I got that one wrong. Okay, I got that one wrong.
That's why you lost the room. That's why you lost the room. You come on this platform talking crazy.
Okay. Wallin, that's another one. But the Wilder one.
Yeah. Well done. No,
I just wanted to settle that one.
Yeah, but that's why you can't get the flowers that you think you deserve, bro. You can't come with one flagrant win and one flagrant take and be like,
okay. I went over the top on that one, but yeah, okay. Credit to AJ. Did the right job. Did the stuff.
The heroic arc is
love.
Brothers want to be hero.
Great victory.
You can tell the upbringing was competitive.
So what we're talking about? The Buatsi Azeez.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, look, I think there's an elephant in the room here, and I think my man that was just on before touched on it. Buatsi, his move to boxer, for me, the whole thing just sounds like it's a bit shady to me, because if you listen to the press conferences and some of the interviews they've done, you're always hearing that expression come up, light touch. Yeah, is he a light touch? People are asking if you think he's a light touch. Now, I personally think in Buatsi's mind, Azeez is a light touch. Yeah. He would never say that. But what is Buatsi doing there? You see, for me, the difference between Buatsi and Azeez is that Azeez has got cojones. He's got courage, because Buatsi's not doing anything special here. But Azeez is stepping up.
Oh, I feel. Do you know what? I feel like the story is already lined up for people to say, listen, no matter what happens with Buatsi, I don't think he's going to get the respect after this fight. No matter what, if he wins,
of course he won't. Of course he won't. Yeah, look, Buatsi lost the respect of the public a long time ago. Now it's been a while. It's been a good minute since Buatsi had the proper respect of the public, and I'm telling you that now because he, first of all, he shouldn't really be fighting Azeez, and I believe that when he heard that name, he relished the chance to fight Azeez because Azeez was growing in popularity. Yeah, Azeez has got the public behind him. People love Azeez. They love his style. They love his story. They love the fact that he's gone the route that he's taken. And there's a little bit of shine that Buatsi doesn't seem to have, that Azeez does have. And I think that the fact that he's taken this fight is more about, I would say jealousy, but it's more, I want to show you who's boss here. Now, let me tell you this. And I know Buatsi's going to win this fight. There's no, I'm sorry to say that, but Buatsi's going to win this fight. There's no way Azeez is winning this fight. Azeez has never fought anybody undefeated. Everyone he's fought has been beaten 2 or 3 times. Yeah, this is a great step for Azeez. But you know something? You know, like what happened to Yard, even though he lost against Betaviev. Yeah. People loved him even more. His stock rose after that. That's what will happen with Azeez because he was going to put on a great performance. I think that the crowd is going to be behind Azeez. I think every time Azeez lands, the crowd's going to go crazy. But I think I see it going to points, and I see Buatsi taking it.
So why do you see points then?
I just don't think Buatsi's going to knock him out. I don't think Buatsi. I don't know. When was the last time Buatsi knocked someone out? He's fast.
So do you think then that Azeez can outwork him if he's going to see the final bell in that time? Do you not see a world where Azeez can outwork Buatsi?
Yes, but it's going to be a little bit few and far between. I think the best punches will come from Buatsi. The harder punches, the more dangerous punches, the more noticeable punches for the judges going to come from Buatsi. I think the only thing with this fight is if you look at Buatsi against Craig Richards, there were moments when he gassed out and Craig Richards stepped up towards the end of the fight, 7, 8, 9. That's when Buatsi gets into problems because he gasses. Yeah. He puts a lot into his punches.
His last one was at the fight that we was at 2021 against Bolotniks in the Garden, in Eddie Hearn's Garden, where he got that was a knockout. That was
okay.
Yeah. He took him down twice, and then
yeah.
So 3 years.
That was the last time. Yeah, that was a while. I don't see that happening. Azeez is a very good mover. He moves very, very well around the ring. He's got that kind of crouch down style. He's gonna tuck up well. I don't see him getting knocked out.
My main concern for Azeez is I fear that he might respect Buatsi too much.
I think so.
I think there's a possibility that he nice guys too much in there, just with the I know you, I know you're this, that, and the third, and he gives him too much respect. Yeah, I believe that. And I think another thing with Buatsi is that he's one of these reactive fighters that he ain't going to come out guns blazing. He's going to come out and just watch what Azeez does. When Azeez catches him and hurts him or does something that embarrasses him or something like that, that's when Buatsi will come back. Yeah. I think that's when it's gonna kind of get him going. But Buatsi's one of these fighters that he'll respond. He'll respond and he'll show him who's boss in that ring.
Aggressive response as well. Just to move this thing on, then talk to me quickly on people calling Canelo a ducker. The way he's moving.
Yeah, listen. everyone knows Canelo doesn't want to fight Benavidez. Everyone knows that. I think Canelo has had his day. At the end of the day, I think he's had his time. Canelo now is about money fights. Benavidez is too much of a risk. Yeah, it's one of those fights right at the end of his career. I mean, if he does it now, I'll be surprised. Munguia, it's probably more of a probability than the Benavidez at this stage. I wouldn't say ducker in that sense because it's Canelo. He doesn't. He fights, but you don't want to risk that. What's he risking that for if he's earning all that money?
If he fights one, has he still got your respect though, or is Canelo like? Is it a situation where Canelo's done what he's need to do, like, or does he still need to prove himself? Because I'm like, Canelo's done what he's need to do in boxing.
I think Canelo just needs to step aside now. He's done. He's at that stage now, isn't he? Where his name has been in there for so long. He's just holding on to the little hip hop that he's got left. Don't want to let go of that. So, respect. He's a Hall of Famer. No one's going to forget that name in boxing. But he now needs to give the fans the fight that the fans want to see. And that's Benavidez. He needs to fight Benavidez, and hand over the crown because he will lose. I believe he will lose again. He will lose against Benavidez. But I don't know if he's ready. I don't know if he's ready to lose yet. He's still got a lot that he wants to do in the game.
He don't even talk about that Bivol rematch. He don't even talk about that Bivol rematch.
Again, what for? Again, what for? I don't see him going down that road. I don't see him going down that road.
You see how Mayweather ended his career? Bam, bam, lots of different touch points. But Pacquiao was involved. Pacquiao was in that touch point. You know what I'm saying? Like he just closed off. It's not like he left mad killers in boxing who were in 147, just left them all there calling him out. You know what I mean? There's probably a name that you could search and be like, oh, he could have fought him, but not like this guy's been on my doorstep and I told him to go and do X, Y, Z and then come back. And now he's back and saying, I've done it. And you're now giving him the runaround. It's not the same.
No.
Eddie,
I don't see him doing any risk, taking any risky fights, But listen, just on my last one, my prediction is Buatsi, Azeez. Buatsi's going to go all the way. He's going to either stop Azeez. I don't think he'll do that, but it's either going to be a stoppage or points. Most probably for me, points. But Azeez can't win this fight, and he'll look good. He'll be respected more for it, but he won't win the fight. Big up Azeez though.
Come on, bro. Solid, cool. Ellis, you been waiting, bro?
Yeah, how are we doing, guys? You all right?
Come on, man. We're out here. Talk to me.
I'll tell you what, Lineal.
No one's here for Buatsi. I am disappointed that no one in the chat. No.
Is that including you or not excluding you?
I'm not joining the ranks, bro. It's not happening. It's Azeez all day. But basically, Lineal was saying it. He sort of took the words out of my mouth a little bit, but he was saying like Buatsi is as a professional. Buatsi has been he's been an underachiever. As an amateur, he's an overachiever. But in the pro rank, it's been different. And Azeez now, he's an overachiever. He's done a madness. He's done a lot more than what people expected him to do in the pro ranks. And I was listening to that the interview you done with Chris Congo. It was just like that was proper good interview, man. Up and actually hear what he's saying, innit? But listening to that, his perspective on the amateur versus the pro ranks, I thought was quite interesting. It's like doesn't matter to him how much amateur experience you've got. The pro ranks are still the pro ranks. It's a different game. And yeah, man, I don't know. I just see Azeez winning this fight. I do. I think he's going to pressure him, and I think the version of Buatsi that's turned up, he needs to be another 50% on top of that to beat the version of Dan Azeez that's going to turn up.
So my thing is, why would there not be any credit when it's all said and done? Because if you're saying everyone's predicting a loss, except what?
I didn't say anything about credit.
will he gain the credit from you though? Because you're saying what I'm looking at is a fighter that's really like it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him credit for beating Dan, of course. But there's no disrespect to Buatsi at all. Like, he's a brilliant fighter, but I don't think he's got the spite. I don't think he's got the spite and the aggression.
You don't think Buatsi's got the spite and aggression?
The spite and the aggression and the heart to beat what Dan Azeez is going to bring to the table.
Those are the three things I feel like he has. Those are the things I think he'll need to use to win the fight. Saying that he hasn't, I think there is spite. I think there is, when he's hit, he shows when he is hit, there is a response and aggression, like, how dare you do this to me? I think
but what about when he's,
how I describe him.
What about in, let's say, the later half of the fight now, where he's gas tank and Dan is still on his chest throwing punches, and Dan is still stood there being spiteful and aggressive and giving back everything that he's getting. I think Dan's going to be the person to put him in situations and ask serious questions.
I agree. It's one of those interesting ones because I think Buatsi is quietly in these conversations because people don't seem to really accept it or respect that he's doing very different work. The events. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Man, that's a squash the claims.
Funny guy. I got that Tintin angle.
That's funny. But yeah, no, I was saying like in regards to like what Buatsi fuck's sake, I forgot my point, fam. You guys are so distracting, bro.
I thought you was locked in, bro. I thought you could manage with that. That's just the crowd.
You're getting distracted by events. Shut up, man.
You missed what you're saying, bro. I was doing good. I wasn't the one talking, fam. Come on, Trav.
I don't care, fam.
Go on, man. Trav, come on, man. Come on. You're hell of a fighter.
You'll come back when it comes, fam.
Sorry.
Come out cold.
He's come out cold.
I got cold, fam. Got caught in the first round. It's just gone wrong. It's all gone wrong.
We're calling it.
Hey, what do you think about Canelo, bro? Do you reckon he's should be brought on charges now for ducking?
Benavidez, yeah, but I don't think he needs to fight Munguia.
Thank you.
I don't think he needs to fight Munguia. Like, just because he beat John Ryder don't mean he's deserving of that shot. Just don't see it.
I mean, it is an interesting marker win from one fight to the next, but at the same time, it's not really the fight I'm gonna call for either.
No. Benavidez has done the work that he needs to now challenge for that shot against Canelo. He should get the bag now. It's fair. Whether or not he actually beats him though is a whole nother. I don't know. That's a 65. Yeah, I'd say 65% towards Canelo for that one.
Hey,
on the judges, mate.
Sorry. Karen, no. It's a random question.
Excited, bro.
What's that?
You looked excited, bro. Talk. Go.
No, I was gonna say, when will the risk? Because I'm just trying to work out the respect scale. When will the full respect come for Buatsi's name? Is it if he beats Yard? Will the streets now say, you know what?
Absolutely,
we misjudged you. We've misrepresented you, and you know what? Hands up. We're sorry. What is it gonna take for the streets to say, you know what? This one here, man.
It's Yard and a title shot.
I kind of agree. I mean, I ain't on the streets. I'm in my bathroom, apparently. Like, he's got to beat Yard. We've got a whole bunch of domestics here that he needs to beat. Fair enough, he beat Craig Richards. But it weren't decisive enough. This is my thing with boxing. Sometimes you get some really close decisions. And I need to see an emphatic victory for me to proper give the person them flowers. Like, when I see Terence Crawford do what he did to Errol Spence, you've got no choice but to give them flowers because they've done a madness in the ring. They've proven themselves over that 12 rounds. They've shown that they're the fucking man. Buatsi has not been doing that since Bolotniks.
Listen, all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wait for like if that day is gonna come, like, because I want to see how this community is gonna move. Because even now, Monday looks like it's gonna be very awkward. If it doesn't go, if this goes Buatsi's way, Monday's going to be an awkward day for a lot of people in the chat right now.
For sure.
Not for me. I happily give men credit if they prove me wrong, fam. But it's just whether or not the men will actually make the fights and do that.
It's true, man. Can I just move it on quickly? You know
Yes.
the Munguia Ryder fight.
Yes.
What was the judge doing, man? What the judge? The
Madness.
ref, he needs to be blacklisted. That guy should not be refereeing boxing.
Fam.
I had to watch it twice to figure out what was going on. I was like, "What's the bell going?" There's still like a minute left.
Yeah, that was
the ref was supposed to stop it. Nah.
So reckless, fam.
Dangerous.
I was so confused when the belt, like it didn't make sense. But there was another one where the girl turned around, and then the Cruz, what's it, Cruz or something fight, and she turns around.
Oh, and they stopped her just because she turned her back. Yeah,
he should have turned her back around, fam.
Turn her back around. She's obviously covered herself up because, like, I can't turn around into these punches. You're right there throwing.
Yeah.
Ref's like, oh no, it's done. That's scatty. Very
scatty.
Same night.
Same night.
Yeah, it was weird. Judging that's going on there, or refereeing that's going on there was.
Ryder needed to. Ryder, it was done though. So how we were going to talk about the stoppage, Ryder was finished.
The body language was all wrong, and I was thinking like it's time now, and he's had these chances, but you think that the ref is going to do something about it, not the bellman. It's just hilarious. Because honestly, he needs cutting out.
Even the bellman is just trying to wrap it up. Like, come on, man.
It's all too much, man. The spirit of him said, I can't deal with this no more. I got to ring the bell. I got to take it into my own hands.
That's it. Couple of things quickly. You opened up a good conversation. I think it might have been last week or the week before. I can't remember. You opened up a good, narrative about like the judging in boxing, and I've tried to have this conversation with Bass and Danny when they were doing the breakdown on the Tuesday. And conversation didn't go too well, but you sort of was holding my sentiments when you was talking about it last week, and it's like we do definitely need to see a uniform judging criteria across boxing, and we have a few. And I'm going to do the research and call back, and I'll actually read it.
Yes.
We've got a few. We've got like the WBC, the IBF, the different belt sanctioning bodies. They've got their own rules how to judge a fight in boxing, but it's so vague. But some of them, they talk about one of them talks about sportsmanship as a criteria for winning a fight. How the fuck do you win
on sportsmanship
full combat fight, fisticuffs? With sportsmanship.
Punch me back.
It's mad. It's ridiculous. You're playing games. It's not a sport. So, with this fight coming up with Azeez and Buatsi, I was thinking this before I actually got on, is that I do worry that it's going to be one of those fights where it's what do you like? Do you like Buatsi? Do you like his pressure and ring generalship?
I think someone's going to get knocked out. I don't think it's going to be a judging thing. I think it's a knockout. Someone's going to get knocked out. Someone's going to hit the floor in this fight. Absolutely.
KG, tell me, who's going to hit the floor?
Buatsi's going to knock him out.
You think Buatsi's going to knock out Azeez? Right.
Knock him
Drop
out.
a bomb for yourself, man.
I don't want to lie. I hate that, but I feel like it's going to be. I feel like there'll be a.
Well,
I feel like this is going to be a gunfight.
There comes a time when Dan Azeez will phone in. Dan Azeez will phone in, and you got to tell him that's how you feel.
I don't want it to happen. I don't want it to. I've said like straight. I know what I would like. I would love Dan Azeez to win, but I'm saying from what I've seen and how he fights, he can't allow Buatsi to load off those shots and bombs. We can't go. We're not having one of those throwback fights with him. This is not the person to do that with. Try and stay elusive. Do not stay there for that, because a wall fits Buatsi's narrative. It does. Sorry, what's that?
Who do you think carries more power, or who do you think carries more the power?
Absolutely, power and spite. Power and spite, bro. Like that's it. Like, and it's not
I honestly don't contest the attributes of Buatsi. I do contest whether or not what Buatsi is today. And I think a lot of people really want to miss out that what Virgil Hunter has been saying in these bro. Let's go and look at Virgil Hunter talking about what Buatsi needs to be doing and how he's going to be reframing what Buatsi does. And Buatsi's one of those fighters that he learned to fight from the top down, and we need to work on the foundation and get his footwork up so he wants to mold him into an absolutely different fighter, fam.
That's not what you want to be hearing at this stage of his career.
Exactly.
going for
All I'm
title.
saying is,
So you
war-
see when Joshua the phase that Joshua's kind of coming out of now, how frustrating that was to watch.
Yeah, man.
Go and watch Steppy and Buatsi again.
all I'm saying is,
That's his last fight. Yeah,
Remember
that's
what
his
you
last
said?
fight.
Even the last caller that came on was making it clear a war is not suited to Dan is one of the Buatsi's one of those fighters that he needs something to get him going. He needs a shot. He needs, like, even in that Craig Richards thing, it took him a while to really
a 5-round war suits Buatsi, not a full fight of going back and forth. Absolutely not. That doesn't suit him.
Okay.
So there's hope that if he does go for war, hope it works early. Because you're going to like Dan Azeez has had easy fights where he's just been knocking man out and looking great. This guy's
That's
in the trenches.
That's a standing 8 count right there.
Listen.
4, 5.
Thank you, bro.
Well, it's one of those ones. It's definitely a fight that on the night I'm very intrigued about this one. I think it's going to be a bit bloody. This fight will be bloody. It's not going to be. It's not for the faint-hearted. This one's they're going to war. They're getting to war. And the part of me that understands that the journey that Dan's had, he knows he can't mess around. Like, even Dan knows the last voice note, like before the cancellation. I was like, bro, this he means it, He ain't like, this ain't a friendship thing. If you go into that fight thinking it's friendship, he'd take your head off, fam. Make sure that you've done. And he said it when he's talking to us, he said, I've done everything. I know what I'm playing against. I know what I'm getting against. So he's not under any illusions what kind of fight this is. This is a very real fight. It's gonna be. All right.
It does opens up. It just opens up the light heavies a lot more. Like, these two actually face each other. I want the fight done so they can move on and fight the next man. I want to see these people clash. Like, it needs to happen more.
Should Yard be there after, like, just to do some kind of?
I should be there. He should be there still.
You know what? Yeah, regardless of who wins, I want to see that piece versus Anthony Yard. I want to see that fight, man.
Yeah,
that's a scrap.
You want to see
Azeez all the way?
Wait, who did you say? Yard and who? Dan Azeez?
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, that'll be a good fight. Everybody got to mix it up. Everybody got to mix it up.
That's it. Yeah, man. That's it.
All right.
One last thing, because that's probably my time, innit? What's his name? Javante Davis is coming to the UK.
I'm saying
that. That's not confirmed though, is it?
That's real. I saw it on there.
Who would that even be against? That'll make no sense.
Imagine if he comes, and fights Josh Taylor at 140.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Scotland.
And you know what? That would be a good fight, but Scotland, bloody hell.
Can you imagine?
That'd be a good fight, though.
UK up to Scotland.
That fight would get my interest. I can't lie.
I'd go.
That'd get me excited.
I'd get on the train. I'll go up there.
No, I'm not going.
I'm not going. Absolutely not.
No, but he was 135 though. I don't know who that is.
I'm not getting to that. I'm telling you now, I'm not getting to that. Ellis, big up yourself. I got to keep it moving, man.
What about my guys?
What's going on? You've been waiting, fam. What's going on?
Good. Yeah, man. I'm just in the cut, chilling. You get what I'm saying? Big up you guys first and foremost. Still, Trav.
Big
up on the show.
Respect, come on.
KG, big up on the TV series as well. I've been watching you lot on social. Still, just grow the brand. So it's a good look.
It's a
good look. And big up on the Congo interview as well.
Come on.
Yeah, that Congo interview was enlightening, bro.
Yeah, man.
I liked him, I'm
going to say Tutu's Fish Athletic Gym. First gym I ever went to. So back in the day when I was a youth, man. So you get me, big up Congo still.
How do you fancy Congo in that? Let me ask
you. So what are we doing here right now? We're talking about Buatsi.
I don't know if you can hear me. How do you fancy Congo's chances in that one?
So say that again.
How do you fancy Congo's chances in
that one? You know what? It's a bit of a tight one, because for me, I'm not sure with the 2 losses that he took. Obviously, it kind of throws the mind a little bit. But from how the questions you man were asking and the way he was answering, kind of helped restore a bit of faith again. So I'm thinking he's definitely got the ability to go in there and deal with Florian Marco. I think the way he's feeling, and with all the extracurricular talk that was going on at the end of the show, I think he goes in there and he does a job on Marku. And in fact, Congo, you have to go in there and do a job on Marku.
Yes, yeah,
that's
things that I'm hearing. Obviously, you lot didn't say too much. He's got to go in there and do a job on man. But Congo's never one to shy away from a fight, so I know he's going to go there and do bits.
I believe so. I think he's on it different this time. I think he knows, because when you have to sit down for so long and watch all this stuff happen in boxing, and you're just there like, I could beat these guys. Though. You cannot allow yourself to be in that position again.
See, this is because
man, he cannot take a third.
I looked at the comment section and people were like, I like Congo, I like what he's on. But they were saying they feel like he's still going to lose to Marku. But then when you look at them, the height differential, when you look at them two, you're like, you should be able to box his head off. Like, you should be able to keep it at range.
If Congo does not beat Marku, then the conversation has to done. Because Marku, ability-wise, ain't all that. I've watched these fights, and he ain't really all that. He's just a rough road guy, innit? Like, nothing really special. Congo should be able to cut through that. And with the extra encouragement, you know what I mean? He should definitely be able to cut through that work. It shouldn't be a problem for him. Mash him up, take his position, take his fans, tell him to shut his mouth and bounce.
I hear it.
Let's move on to where we are fight week. Buatsi, Dan Azeez.
Buatsi, Dan Azeez. So the way I look at it, so I've actually done some stuff with done some work with Azeez back in the day, like a good 5 years ago when he used to train with Brian. Brian's my guy. Coley was in the camp then. I've moved with all this. I know how these guys move.
Yeah.
Dan's a strong guy. Yeah. Dan's also a blessed guy. You get what I'm saying? Dan's also a Niger brother, and I'm a Niger brother. You get me? But I'll be lying if I didn't say that Buatsi is going to win this fight. I'm just saying, I'm just calling it real. Buatsi's got more tools than Dan. Dan's got the consistency going. That's the thing that can swing it. Dan's definitely got the. I see Dan as a more ambitious fighter than Buatsi. That's what I will say. So if we look at it from an overall perspective, I'm in Dan's corner. If we're talking about fight by fight, like looking at this fight specifically, that's a Buatsi fight. Buatsi's that kind of guy, yeah. He's got gears. You get what I'm saying? Definitely more gears than Dan. As soon as he starts getting upset with certain things, that's when he's gonna show up. Yeah. He's gonna, as soon as he gets licked up a few, a bit like Fabio Woolley, when you get licked up a bit, then he's gonna wake up. He's gonna go, "Oh my days, it's the real me." Which brings me to another point, which is branding, fam. This is what's hurting Buatsi. His branding is so off. You get what I'm saying? Facts. His branding is mad off, bro. If you check what he was at Matchroom, yeah, he was under the AJ camp, all that thing, all that was helping sell itself. You get what I'm saying? But he was knocking mans out quick time. I remember when we used to get around the TV, I told the man, listen, watch this Buatsi guy. Right? I was excited about the fight. You get me? Then he had the little humble Christian thing going. I was like, cool. See what he's on. Yeah, I can work with that as long as you're knocking mans out, bang, bang, bang. But once you step up in levels and them knockouts start drying up a little bit, and you need to show a bit more, either in boxing skill or in personality, he hasn't really done either. He's just been in the same place. Then you've gone and aligned yourself with a waste man brand like Boxer, bruv. Yeah, and they're not doing nothing for you. They're not doing nothing for you, fam. Now you're looking like this. Do you know what it is? There's so many things wrong with Joshua Buatsi and the brand, like as a fighter and the brand. Because training wise, look at what's his name, Virgil Hunter. Yeah. Virgil Hunter. The things that you man have already highlighted on the show already. The things that he's said, oh, you want to get my fight? Like, if Buatsi is that guy, yeah, why have we never heard any stories like coming out from stateside that Buatsi's mashing man up in the gym? Why have we never heard no stories from no Yankee boxers? Man's out there all the time. He should have a name out there, a little bit of a name. You should hear man in American boxing gyms talking about Buatsi every now and again. His name should be coming up, but we're not hearing that, fam. We're not hearing that. Yeah.
That's
and then
still.
Let's going back to
because he's based out there.
Trust me, I got a list of things, and I like Buatsi. He's based out there, fam. No one's talking. So what's happening? It's either you're going into gyms and you ain't doing much, which I don't think will be the case with Buatsi, because I think he's a good fighter. Or what's his name? Virgil's keeping him away from certain man, or he's keeping him away from certain environments. You get me? There's that whole little Christian on the award thing going on. That father figure protect you. Well, Buatsi don't need protection. In fact, I would go as far as saying you're going against the guy's better nature. You get what I'm saying? Buatsi, someone said that he never had spite. I thought that's one of the things that Buatsi does not lack. Buatsi can be very spiteful. Yeah, when he's in that ring, he's a dirty and dangerous guy. And even the whole Christian thing, that got played out after post match room. Yeah, look at him now. I feel, when I watch Buatsi now, that he's a guy who's trying to retain that kind of humble behavior. But every now and again, you see a little something creep out. And Craig said it about him. Craig said it about him. And now Dan says it about him. He just thinks he's a certain way. But Buatsi's thing, he's holding himself back. He's an arrogant guy, bruv. He's got I would almost go as far as saying maybe the wrong type of arrogance. I feel there's an entitlement there with Buatsi. And that's what's holding him back. He needs to accept that level of entitlement and work towards that entitlement and be that guy if you want to be that guy. You can't have it both ways, bruv. You cannot have it both ways.
Yo.
Swear.
This is a hell of a call. Bro, you mentioned you're in gym. Are you a trainer yourself?
I do train some people still. I'm in a couple of gyms still.
Okay.
Yo, listen. Hey, this is an interesting call. You know what?
This is the type of call, that. Someone needs to send this to my man still. I feel like, you know, when there's so many real gems in there.
There's more layers, fam. I got layers for days of this guy. I know who he wants to be and who he needs to be, bruv. And he ain't that guy right now. He's caught between so many different things. Branding, fighting. You can't have that level of confusion when you're going in the ring, fam. You can't. And that's what's causing confusion and disconnect with the audience. Do you get what I'm saying? Because people find it hard to connect with, man. It's like, bro, what are you? Or where are you at? So everyone that's saying Azeez is gonna whack up Buatsi, they're saying that based on the personality. Because Dan's just more likable, bro.
Pharaoh just jumped in.
Hold on, the knowledge was chilling.
Yo, Spence, we saying, my guy. I know Spence, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Okay, cool. How you lot doing, man? Big up, man.
What you saying, bro?
Good to see you, Spencer. What's going on, my bro?
Yeah. What you saying, Spenny?
Now, KG, I just saw you and I said, well, I got to put my hat, you know.
Nah, you, man.
Go on, let's go. Talk to us. Like, we're talking about this. We're talking about this fight. Mark's come on. He said, look, he's seen something in Buatsi, but then the branding's off. The way he's been moving in the, like, something's not connecting, and that thing of entitlement maybe, or something else is trying to creep out.
Mark, you need to jump on these things more regular, because like a lot of you know, on you guys on your podcast, like you got like a kind of younger crowd as well, and the guys who jump on your thing, they're clued up, you know. Because a lot of things I'm hearing being said, I'm saluting. Like a lot of the things, I'm like, yeah, I listen. So I gotta keep this thing. Hey, are you not going to the fight on Saturday? Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be there. I don't know about my boy Trav right now. I'm looking at him like
I'm gonna see.
I got 2 tickets. I got 2 tickets for you lot. Yeah.
Let's go, Sense.
Yeah, I got.
Big up.
And let me
who's winning this one though? Who's winning this one?
If you want to come, Mark, you're welcome to be my guest as well. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Cool, Spenny, man.
Nah, man. Let me just take
cool. We're there.
Come on, let's keep this thing totally 100. Yeah. Joshua Buatsi's got an identity crisis. Simply because he don't know who he is. Do you want to be Andre Ward or do you want to be under Holyfield? Make your blinking mind up and Arab go and fight.
Right? Bombs on bombs.
Yeah, right. For all of your talent and your skill and everything else, you can see, like, he's got a little thing out now on his channel. I don't know if you've seen it, yeah? I think Jay Pester's voicing it. I just watched it earlier today. Really good. Where he's in the gym, Andre Ward's in the gym with him as well, Virgil Hunter. I linked them two up. Never forget that, right? And I did link it up though. Everyone knows that, right? So he's overruled by being in that gymnasium and saying that you're learning technicalities. We can't knock the man for saying that I want to bring technical skills into the game, because when he boxed against when you lot went to, when he boxed and like it was a French guy or something, the guy punched him in his eye, innit? Remember?
Chalik, Marco Chalik.
That's right. You know what I mean? I don't remember these names. These young names I don't know them. Old names I know. Right? So from then, when you looked on him fighting, then you got to ask yourself, like, I said to him, boy, you're trapped between styles. You're with guys that they don't rightly understand how you're meant to be fighting. Because for all of the hype and everything else, let's just be realistic about it. Joshua Buatsi has not produced yet. He hasn't given us a wow moment yet. You know what I mean? The wow moments were you come over, you sign with Eddie Hearn, you're getting the regalia and everything else. You're a nice human being as well. It's a lovely you, right? So you got all of that, but we was waiting for this wow moment in the performances, which we never got. So I don't know if it was down to matchmaking as well or how he was positioned, but something wasn't ticking. Now, all the credit in the world has to be given to Dan Azeez simply because Dan Azeez hasn't got an identity. Dan Azeez realized that, right, you know what? I'm taking on this Marvin Hagler thing. You could take Dan Azeez and throw him in the 80s and he'd fit right in because of his style of fighting, how he, and not only that, you know what he's really good? He's really good at like, he's got, for a guy who's not that tall, he's got really long arms, you know? Yeah. Right? And when he does, when he's there and he throws them up jabs and everything else, he closes. It's really good, you know? Right? He does. But I'm saying, like,
proper.
Joshua Buatsi is meant to win this fight, right? All right, fair enough. It's not winning the fight, it's how you win the fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? The onus is on Joshua Buatsi to actually find himself, because one thing we do know is that Dan Azeez has found himself, and if Joshua Buatsi doesn't find himself,
you don't like the pressure,
he's going to get found out.
Yeah.
I still got him to win the fight, gentlemen. But
I agree with Spinny.
Right, I still got him to win the fight, and he's got to show us something, because the onus is on him to show us something.
I've said a knockout. I've said a knockout. I think he's going to knock him out. As much as I want Dad to win,
I don't know if he's going to get a knockout, you know.
I think we'll see a knockout.
I don't know.
I think we'll see a spiteful knockout. 7th round, spiteful, nasty. Everyone, George, I can't believe what I just saw.
Well, you know,
no, Dan's resilient though.
Very.
You know what I mean? That's what he's gonna have to go do. He's gonna have to go show us something. I've also got a big up energy drink. They're sponsoring the fight as well. They're sponsoring the night. I've got to big them man up. So like they've got a set ring. They've hype energy drinks, so they've sorted me out. Ringside tickets.
I'm with you, fam. Yes. Come on, man. I'll see you there.
Welcome to jump on. It's only because this is the show. Let me just click on this thing. You know, I'm an old man now. I'm a dinosaur. I'm not allowed to work these things too good, right?
This is a man that's got his own podcast, you know, to advise a dinosaur.
Bro, but listen, hey, Spencer, big up yourself, man. Thanks a lot. I'll give you a call. Come on.
Bless up.
Say none.
It's master_knowledge on Insta. Just send me a message and I'll sort you out, yeah? Peace, 2 fingers, big up. It's going to be right. You got really good fight. You've got Ben Whitaker on there, who's a fantastic fighter. You've got Dubois on there. She's another fantastic fighter. So I'm looking forward to the show. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the show. Even though, like, going from South London all the way over to Wembley, it's a madness.
Nasty jam.
Yeah, crazy.
On Thursday, because they're doing a live Gloves Are Off with Johnny Nelson. So I've got to do some bits up there for boxing as well. So yeah, man, trust me. See you lot on Saturday. If I don't see you lot, big up everybody who's on.
Big up.
Come on, man. Sorry, hold tight. Hey, listen, Mark, big up. You already got that ticket's you, fam. That's a mad thing, fam.
Yo,
Make sure you message.
you know what's funny? You know what's funny? When Spencer sees me, he's gonna be like, when Spencer sees man, he's gonna be like, oh shoot. You know that one.
All right, listen, big up.
You know that one.
Yeah,
Respect, brother. Cool.
We done a strong hour and something, bro, on a Monday night, fam. Come on us, bro.
Welcome.
Listen, we'll be at that we'll be at that fight, hopefully. Trav, man. Final prediction from you. I need a prediction because I've given my one.
I'm backing my guy, man. I'm backing my guy Azeez, bro. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, fam. I'm rocking with him. I reckon he grinds out a points win. I reckon he hurts Buatsi a lot more than people think it's gonna, the more people imagine he could. And yeah, he grinds out a points victory through just outworking my man.
All right, we'll see what happens, man. Again, Monday should be really interesting. I hope I hope people don't move mad. I just hope. Let's see what happens, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a wicked fight. Clips from the fight, please. Yo, you might be able to get some of those. Anyway, listen, the breakdown's done tomorrow. It's going to be incredible. They got a breakdown this Ryder fight. There's a lot to really break down. There's enough on that card that they can get into. I don't know if they're going to do a lead up what it could look like. So yeah, make sure you lot tune in tomorrow. It's going to be a wicked show. Trav, I think that's us, bro. Let's get out of here, fam.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Guys, peace.
Undefeated.